You figured it out, and her pain instantly went away. Period.
Right.
Gone. There you
Right. No, and that's, hold on just a second, guys. I'm just going to charge something real quick. Hold on 1 minute.
Yeah, so she was there for 3 days, 2 nights. They couldn't figure out
Sorry
nothing.
about that.
And then Kim came to the rescue.
Yes, no, and so the reason I wanted to share that is because Joe was really stressed, of course, because his sister, he's her guardian. And again, when you're in the hospital for several days and still not getting any answers, what are you going to do? And really, that's what happened. She just had a pec muscle that was overworking in her chest and in her neck that were impacting the nerves and the arteries. And as soon as, literally within 24 hours, she was like, it never happened. And several days in that hospital with no answers. Now, again, her physicians aren't purposely trying to do that and just to make money. It's just they're not being taught this. And again, there's a bigger conglomerate in the pharmaceutical and the food industry that kind of control this, that have these protocols set up. And Myra on the call, she's a nurse practitioner that worked in the cardiac care for several years. So she understands how this works. And that's why she's went more holistic now, doing these practices, helping people, because she felt like there was other answers and those helped her too. And so that's what I love about this, is that all of us are, learning from each other and learning that there are answers. And again, there's times like Joe and I, we've needed modern medicine.
Also, 2 weeks later, we had a follow-up appointment with the doctor that, was checking her pacemaker and everything else. And I wanted to bring your supportive documents saying this is what it was. And for everyone out there listening, he didn't even want to look at it. And that's what really upset me about the whole thing. So from that point forward, I said, hey, we're not going back here anymore. We're finding another doctor. But he didn't even want to know what the problem was. And that's what I wanted to let everyone know.
Yeah. No, that was sad, but that did happen to me before with the gentleman that I shared the case study in the last recording. For those that wanted, I can send it to you. But we shared a story about someone that had an ALS reversal diagnosis at USF. And again, the only ALS reversal diagnosis, or misdiagnosis is what they would say, that happened at USF, because we coached him through these things. But same thing, when he tried to share with the physician what he was doing to heal, they didn't want to know. They're like, okay, keep doing what you're doing. And again, Anne, that I shared you her story with osteoporosis, she tried to tell her rheumatoid arthritis doctor what she was doing. And the rheumatologist, and he didn't want to know either. And she's the only one out of 3,000 patients that reversed her osteoporosis, but he didn't want to know how she was doing it. And she stayed a patient with him. She just wasn't getting any of the expensive meds or the infusions. But it was just so sad that if you're only having 1 or 2 patients heal from this, don't you want to know? But sometimes they think it's just an outlier that was like a fluke thing or like a spontaneous healing. But it's just because it's so hard to get the right information. And yes, some people aren't willing to apply the information they're learning. So yes, it's not going to create the positive outcome. But for me personally, I found as long as you teach people what's in it for them and you help them do baby steps with it, most people are going to apply it.